Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This video is a little bit about the ferries that come in and out of Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines, and some of the piers. Anyway, I am coming into Cebu City. This is the third bridge on the south side of Cebu City going over to Mactan Island. And it is a toll bridge. You get over on Mactan Island, they've got a toll. Most cars and vehicles are, I think, 60 pesos to cross. The heavier you are, the bigger you are, the price goes up just a little bit. And anyway, this is I'll point out a few things as I zoom in here as well. Anyway, you've got a number of piers: Pier 1, 2, 3, 4. I think light ferry there. That's a slower ferry. And this particular one, I don't know if they have any air conditioning on that one. Didn't look like it from the side anyway. They've got drapes, big heavy drapes they pull down to block the sun and or the rain or wind. And a lot of these, I'm on a fast ferry. It's got an open air area and it's got an air conditioned area. You'll get ferries that some have a business class. The larger ferries have a business class, better, more comfortable chairs, bigger television screen, entertainment type setup. And this is kind of the downtown Cologne Street area, just off in there. That's a kind of big ribbon on that old building. Not sure what they're going to do with that eventually, but they're trying to. Here's another RORO, roll on, roll off ferry. It's got vehicles on there, trucks. They drop the ramp down. It's got trucks and cars and motorbikes. And if you have a vehicle, you need a RORO, pretty much. Coqueleon, that is a medium-sized ship. I took that to Dumaguete many years ago. They've got a number of those, and they've got a lot of bunks. In fact, the vast majority of several of their ships are just bunks where you can lay down. And I was one of the few people wandering around taking video, and everybody else was laying down. And you've got your harbor freight system there for loading, unloading containers. This is actually Pier 1. We're going to parallel park into Pier 1. They're actually building a new pier on just the south end of Pier 1 a little ways, and I think it's going to be called Mega Pier, after Mega Wide, the company that is constructing it. And Pier 1, 2, and 3. I've been up to 3, a little bit further up the line here, and that has passenger service as well. I think Pier 2 has some passenger service. But each pier has the various ferry companies that go to different places. So when you buy your ferry ticket, whether you buy it at the terminal or from a travel agent, and it's much easier, in my opinion, to buy it from a travel agent in the mall or on the street ahead of time, you don't have to get in line and do that once you get down to the pier area. Be sure you understand which pier your boat's going to leave from, because I know a number of people who have gone to the wrong pier, and then at the last minute they realize, hey, we need to skedaddle and get on down the road there to another pier. Those dark buildings just to the left center, that is Galleria. That is Robinson's Galleria condominiums. And you got a couple ships in here as well. There's another light ferries. And I'm on one of these ocean jets. We're going to come around. We're going to park in between two other ocean jets. This is Pier 1. They have ferries that will dock on either side, and even at the end there. That's kind of the, we're looking up towards these buildings, the Cebu Business Park, all those types of buildings where Ayala Mall is, condominiums, commercial building towers, and the tall building right there, that's Horizon 101 on Mango Avenue. also called General Maximum Avenue. Cebu Island, a long, narrow island, has other ferry ports up and down the coast. So just depending on where you're going to, they've got two or three piers on the south end down by Santander, and they've got a couple up north. If you want to go to Bantayan Island or Malapascua Island, you go up north to a couple of piers up there and get on and go across. So yeah, these fast craft travel a little faster than the light ferries, the other slower ferries, and that lower area is air conditioned on these. They've got windows there, and then the upper section where I like to stay has it's open air. I like to be up there and enjoy the sights and sounds. And then right ahead of that, up on the upper level, I think that is business class, I believe, air conditioned. Uh, Larger television up there, more comfortable seating. Many of the larger ferries, like Coke Leone and To Go, actually will have staterooms that you can rent out. That you can have several people in there, more comfortable probably, and just depends upon how much comfort you want and what your budget is. Anyway, we're gonna pull into this area. We're gonna park right between those two, and it's amazing how they can maneuver these ferries and parallel park. There's also a number of ferries, or maybe more, call them banca piers, over on Mactan Island, and where they go over to Olongo Island and perhaps some other smaller islands. They do some island hopping off of those types of places, but they're smaller, outrigger type boats called bancas usually. Anyway, the schedules still are not up like they were in 2019 before the government lockdowns, travel lockdowns, and it is kind of an evolving situation as demand comes. Of course, holidays and weekends, you get more people. If you're traveling on holidays, like any place around the world, boy, these things can fill up fast. Might not even be a seat available if you wait till the last minute. So plan ahead. If you're carrying a backpack, you oftentimes take that with you to your seat, or you might put it up in the front, up in front of the seats. Depends on the ferry. Um, Suitcases, big packages. They usually have a place, someplace on the back of the boat or something, where they can place those types of things. And if it's a rainy day, they'll cover it with a tarp. Anyway, one of the many 7,000 islands. How big is an island? One of the fishing island there, and a rock sticking out of the sea basically, and you've got an island. Many of these ferries do not have much in the way of food. They may have a few snacks. Occasionally, I've seen people come up the aisle just like the airline attendants. Don't call them stewardesses anymore, and offering to sell you some snacks. But that's what it is. So if you want to eat along the way, bring yourself a sandwich or something, and so take care of yourself basically. Now some of the larger ferries, I understand, might have a cafeteria, something like that. I have not experienced that. Comments below for you guys that experienced that. What's available on those larger ferries to go, and um, I didn't see much on the Coke Leone I took from Cebu City to Dumaguete, for instance. Well, I've been on quite a number of ferries, and occasionally you get some rough waves. Just depends upon you how you handle that. Now I actually enjoy a little bit of a rough ride myself, but There was one ride I took from I think Bacola to Iloilo City, and they were handing out barf bags, and there were people using those. A few people using those barf bags, and it was a little bit rough, but I actually enjoyed that. It's very rare that one of these ferries has an issue. Now you will get smaller motor bancas that will be oftentimes, sometimes overloaded, quite common, especially during holidays. And they get into rough seas and they might capsize or something like that. But that's a whole different story. Anyway, think about that. Any medicine you need if the seas are rough. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay safe. Safe travels. And I'll see you next time.